Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gypsy Nurses Back to School Fall 2021 Virtual Conference. I am Rachel Altum, the Online Community Manager for the Gypsy Nurse, and we are on our last session of the virtual conference. And this one is going to be a boozy doozy. So we're gonna end it very well. We kicked it off very strong, and we're gonna end it very strong.
Absolutely.
I have the Gypsy Nurses CEO, Steve Curtin, here with me, and he has a few words for all of you out there. So take it away, Steve.
All right. Hey, Rachel, great to see you. Boozy doozy. I got to write that one down. I have not heard that before, but that sounds like a great time. So, uh, and really, it's been a great week, and we're just excited to bring everybody this great information. Yes, we're going to end on a fun note with a happy hour and how to make spiked smoothies. So I look forward to that. It sounds like a great mixture of having some fun and health too. So I'm looking forward to this session. But it's been a great week. For those that are joining us live, we definitely encourage you to comment and ask questions and so forth. If you can't join us for this whole session and you need to, join us later or pick it up on demand, you have the ability to do so. Rachel is showing you our revamped website, thegypsynurse.com. We have, for those of you that frequent the site, you may notice a number of changes. Always trying to improve the site and make it a better experience for travel nurses. And we're very pleased with some of the updates that we've made to the site. But in particular, we have a brand new events hub. So this is where we will be showcasing all of our future events, including tonight's event. So you can see Rachel scrolling through there with the event this evening. So all these events will be recorded. So if you can only join for a short while tonight, or you want to share with friends after the presentation, you can do that. The only caveat, I should say, would be that you need to be a registered member of the Gypsy Nurse to access on-demand content. So if you're not currently a registered member of the Gypsy Nurse, number one, why aren't you a registered member of the Gypsy Nurse? But number two, if you're not, please register. We have made a number of updates to the site. You can get event alerts, you can get content alerts, you can find recommended jobs, you can get job alerts, you can communicate with other nurses. There's just some great stuff that you can do. So we would definitely encourage you to become a registered member of the Gypsy Nurse. And again, all of the presentations that were presented this week in our fall 2021 annual conference, they're all available on demand. So definitely check them out. In addition to that, we would like to thank our sponsor for this week's virtual conference, and that is Fusion Marketplace. And now, as they say, Rachel has a word from our sponsor.
Now features recruiter ratings and reviews. With this profile feature, travelers can leave ratings for recruiters out of 5 stars, write reviews for recruiters, and view ratings and reviews from other candidates. And because transparency matters, it's all visible on the website for anyone to see. Less unknown, more transparency with Fusion Marketplace.
Thank you, Fusion. They've been a great sponsor this week.
So much. And Fusion Marketplace is the one-stop shop for healthcare travelers where they can easily compare benefits, pay packages, and reviews across multiple agencies. As a traveler-first driven platform, Fusion Marketplace is a curated career experience where healthcare travelers can take control of their career. So thank you so much, Fusion Marketplace. Now, during this session, you're going to want to be sure to ask questions, comment, give us some support over here because you will be entered to win a $75 Amazon gift card just by interacting in the comments, asking questions. So be sure to do that.
How many gift cards have we given away so far this week, Rachel? We've given away a bunch.
3 times 3, so 9.
All right, 9. Good math. Good math on the fly, Rachel.
Yeah.
9 gift cards. So fantastic. So definitely, we encourage everybody to comment, ask questions, and you want to see if you can get that gift card.
Definitely. All right, so I'm going to do some moving around here, but I want to welcome our mixologist, Daniel Coffey, as he creates our spiked smoothies. So Steve, you're going to disappear a second. I'm going to bring Daniel on here and bring Steve back on. And then I'm going to disappear. Thank you, Daniel. We are super excited to see this.
All right.
I'm everybody's favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee, aka Daniel Coffey. You can also follow me on YouTube at Drink More Coffee, where you can get movie news and also mixed drinks, just like the one we're gonna make today. As you see, I got my Michael Myers shirt on today. Halloween just came out yesterday. I did go see it. Go check it out if you get a chance. But let's get and get you all a little. What was it? What was the word you used? Loosey Boosey. What did you say?
Yeah, right. That is probably a trademark term by now with Rachel. Yeah, there she goes. Rachel is still there. She's just behind the scenes, and she said boozy doozy. So we should get a little T-shirt for her on that, right? Boozy doozy T-shirt. Hey Daniel, before we start, or as we're just getting started here, would like to learn a little bit about this. I know you've been a mixologist for a while, and you also have an interesting business where it sounds like you kind of do mobile bartending or drinks on demand or something. Tell us a little bit more about it.
So I do mobile bartending for events, whether it's homecoming events, just kind of social events. Since the pandemic, I know a lot of people have been a little bit more afraid to go out. So I kind of started this actually at the beginning of 2020, right before the pandemic, and business is booming. A lot of people like a lot of more enclosed things, and basically I show up with my bar. This thing travels with me. And I set up and I, make whatever drinks that you need. Just a list of drinks, like anywhere from blue MFers to Long Island iced teas, the basics, and just a few of my own with a little bit of touch here and there, a little bit of flair. But yeah, like I said, just actually been in business for myself for the last 2 years here, and I've actually been a mixologist for a lot longer. So.
Yeah. What gave you the idea? Was it the pandemic and just the aspect that people weren't going out and you'd kind of go to them? From a business perspective, it's quite interesting. What you're doing now with kind of this mobile bartending.
Right. Well, I actually got my bartender's license the year before. I already was interested in mixing drinks for a while now. Ever since I've been in college, as a matter of fact. And it's just something, just a hobby that turned into more of a passion. And then, just kind of want to make sure that the business was correct. So then I went in and got my bartender's license, went ahead and got my LLC in 2020. So it's just kind of been a progression of things over the years, trying to get everything correct and in line. So yeah, the pandemic did not plant the seeds, but it did push me to go ahead and move forward.
Very cool. So as far as people that want to know more about your business or follow you, can you give us that information again? And we can also put it in our chat too.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can actually follow me on YouTube or subscribe to my channel at Drink More Coffee. My business page is at Drink More Coffee as well on Facebook, and then on TikTok and Instagram. Again, Drink More Coffee. Look for me on there. And you'll also, like I said, you'll see different drinks, different ways to make different things. And then I also include movie news and reviews. So you get a little.
You're a busy guy.
I'm a busy guy.
That's fantastic. Well, yeah, I would, if you want to, we have the full hour here, so we have time for other drinks and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to move into it sounds like this is your signature drink, the Spike Smoothie, huh?
Spike Smoothie. This is my signature drink. This is actually the first drink I actually made myself, like without like looking online for anything. And I always introduce this to, like, if I have a new group of friends or anything like this, I always introduce this one first. This is my favorite. It's a pet project of mine. So now I'm giving it to you guys.
All right, we appreciate that. Now, if it's a smoothie, so what I like about it seems to be a combination of a little booze and a health benefit. Is there actually a health benefit to it?
There is.
Please tell me yes.
It's actually frozen fruit that I'm using for this drink for the most part of it. And then the other part of it is in the description is Sunny D. So I mean, you get your vitamin C, you get your fruits in, and then you get a little booze in. So it's, like I said, it's the best of both worlds.
That sounds fantastic to me. And is this something that you're known for this in with your customer base?
Yeah, everybody, like I said, especially my closer friends and
Yeah.
my customer base, they love this drink. So yeah, I'm hoping when y'all make it at home, y'all like it as well.
Fantastic. All right. Well, have at it. We're thirsty, Daniel. We're thirsty.
All right, let's get started. So what we're gonna do, we got a blender. I use the Ninja. You can use any blender that you like, it'll work. And we're gonna get the fruit melody here, mixed fruit melody here. It's normally with the peaches, mangoes, and strawberries in it. You can get these at Walmart. It's like, man, maybe like $7-8, no problem at all. We're gonna throw this off in here. Just a few handfuls to get you started. Right there. And then we're gonna add about, if you need it for 2 people, for every person, you wanna add about 8 ounces of juice in. So it's just me, but 16 ounces anyway for 2 drinks. We'll add that in.
So what you're making right now would be a 2 drink mix?
A 2 drink mix, yep.
Okay.
All right. Now afterwards, we're gonna actually use the mango rum right here.
Okay, and that brand is, not that they're our sponsor, they're not, but that is Malibu, right?
This is one of my favorites personally.
Okay.
But you can use Malibu or Twisted. Twisted has a lot of good flavors as well, and they run about the same. So you're not losing or gaining but $1. So no issues there. We're gonna count to 8 on these. That's about a shot's worth.
Okay.
All right. Then we're gonna add also Malibu, the Strawberry Rum.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Now put this in here just in case.
And what is that?
Well, this is actually I actually practice flaring.
Okay.
So when I practice with these, I make sure that I put like the drinks in here if I want to do something a little more flared. So if I drop it, it's actually plastic, so it doesn't break the bottle, and I don't.
Okay.
So that's what these are in. I was practicing with them earlier, so the drink is already in there. And then lastly, we're gonna add Cooranbong. This is one of the smoothest vodkas that you're gonna get on the market right now. If you know anything about Ciroc or anything like that, it's a pretty smooth vodka, but this is actually a little bit smoother. So I actually prefer the Cooranbong over anything. So
what is the brand again, Daniel?
it's Cooranbong Vodka.
Okay. All right.
You can actually find it it's actually found in Amazon, but around Little Rock, I can only find it in one liquor store. It's so crazy that it's like that rare, but you can also find it online.
Okay.
So we're gonna put that in.
Well, Daniel, as you put that together, one of the things we want to recognize, in this event this evening are travel nurses. If anybody deserves a drink this year, it is nurses and travel nurses and people in healthcare. And I probably should have said that at the beginning of the live stream here, but we are ending the week with you and having a cocktail, and really it's in recognition of all the hard work that nurses and travel nurses and other people in healthcare have put in over the past several months with this terrible pandemic. So we're definitely going to have to toast people in healthcare and nurses and travel nurses when we put this together.
I don't disagree at all. Travel nurses and everybody in healthcare have been taking some huge risk out here with what's been going on for the last 2 years. So I don't disagree with that at all. If anybody deserves it, it's you guys.
All right. So making that drink strong.
Mix it now. All right. Perfect. All right. And you can either use one of these, which is the Margarita Glass, or the Hurricane Glass. I prefer, in this case, the Hurricane Glass. Pour it in. Top it off with a little garnish on the top. And there we go.
Wow. Not only does that look fantastic, it's nutritious as well.
Absolutely. I have my own travel straws. So for travel nurses, you can find these anywhere at your local Target or Walmart. I have my own straws. And there we go.
That looks beautiful.
It tastes better.
Cheers! Cheers! I've got my water, but you know, at about 8:01, I'll be having something different. So, so while we have time, Daniel, tell me a little bit about obviously the world of mixed drinks and so forth has become very popular over the past few years. What are, as you travel around and you are running your business and you're doing events and so on and so forth. Give me some ideas of some of the most popular drinks out there that you've been running into over the past couple of years that you're putting together.
The most popular drinks, honestly and truly, you'd be surprised, are just really common. Most people, when I travel to events and things like that, they're like, "I trust you." Like that's the first thing they say. Well, make me what you think I like, and I'm like, okay. So the first thing you ask is, "Hey, would you prefer dark or clear?" That's the first question you ask as a bartender, dark or clear. And once they tell you that, you can put your spin on any drink. Outside of the I don't knows, which is going to be probably about 80% of your customer base, the other 20% are going to like something like Crown and Coke or Jack and Coke. And then, like I said, the Long Island iced tea is pretty popular, and the Blue MFer, and anything that actually looks pretty. Like for the ladies, if it looks pretty, it's cool. And then for the guys, even if it looks pretty, they'll be like, well, I don't know. But if it tastes good, they're gonna still drink it. So yeah, for a lot of the girls, like this one right here, it just looks really alluring, and it's kind of like,
it really does, yeah.
Whatever he got or whatever she has. So
now, what about with some of the events that you do? Do you do just kind of social events like family gatherings and stuff, weddings and those sorts of things? Give me an idea of some of the things you do with your events.
Great question. As of right now, I haven't done anything over 50 people as of right now, but I have been able to have the honor of doing weddings. I have had the honor of doing family gatherings. I actually did a surprise for one person. They did not know it was going on, so we got to see tears flowing and all of that stuff. I've actually been able to do proposals, birthday parties, whatever event that you can name, I've pretty much done it at this point. The cool thing about it is everything that I've done so far has been so personal, because it's only been about 20 or 30 people because of what we're going through right now. But even in that case, I like the atmosphere, because it's always personal friends and family that are there. And then of course I'm coming in not as technically friends and family, but the atmosphere is just really nice because everybody pretty much knows everybody. It's not like a club atmosphere where it's kind of like could be some tension or anything like that. So I kind of like it. I like the personal atmospheres. Okay.
Now, so I'll kind of put this into our world in terms of travel nursing and so forth. Let's say you're giving advice to somebody that is on the road a lot. Travel nurses, they usually do 13-week assignments around the country, so they're traveling from place to place. If somebody was stocking a little bar just for a short period of time, a couple of months or what have you, what are just 3 or 4 essentials? It's like, what, you are living in an apartment or a hotel or what have you, and you're on a temporary assignment. What are some of the things you would suggest that, hey, if you're going to have a little bar set up, these are the key essentials you need? What would you recommend?
As far as the actual liquor to stock in your bar, I would definitely recommend a good brown, which I would recommend like maybe a Crown. Jack, if you like a little bit stronger, like maybe a whiskey. So I would recommend at least one good brown. And then after that, it would be vodka, tequila, and then of course rum, because rum is for your nights that it wasn't a hard day or anything like that, but you just might come home, you just need to relax and just kind of give you that little tip. rum is the best one. And then, of course, as far as juice is concerned, you don't really need a lot of syrups. You know, of course, as a bartender, we use different syrups and juices and things of that nature. But if you're just kind of traveling, the number one I would recommend, if you don't get like Sunny D, I like Sunny D personally, but if you don't get that, get orange juice. It's the best cutter for any type of drink. And then, of course, get you a Sprite or a Coke for, you know, your browns and then your stronger liquors. But yeah, I would say your Sprite, your Coke, your orange juice for your juices or your mixes, and then, like I said, tequila, vodka, rum, and then for the night where you just want something by itself, get you a nice brown to sit back and relax on the ice.
Any particular, so in terms of tequila, any particular type of tequila you'd recommend? Any particular brand, I should say?
If I don't say Don Julio, somebody might get me. But I would personally prefer a Jose Cuervo. But yeah, Don Julio, it's really good. It's just it's not my favorite. I would recommend Jose Cuervo, and then you can get the gold or the silver. Like as a matter, yeah, Jose Cuervo. I always got them.
Okay. All right. And how about a vodka? What you'd recommend? Yeah.
If you cannot find Cooranbong for whatever reason, I would definitely recommend a good Smirnoff or Ciroc.
Okay. Yeah. And a rum. Any recommendations on a brand of rum?
On a brand of rum, definitely my junk right here, Malibu. It's gonna be one of the best ones you can get. Easy, smooth, goes down great. All
right. Well, before we get into our next drink again, we've got some time here, so we definitely want to see if we can mix another drink or two. We do have some comments and some questions, so let me take a minute here. Let me see. So people really like Rachel's Boozy Doozy, by the way. So I think we've got something there in terms of trademarking or something. So
go ahead,
Rachel. Yeah, I think Rachel's running to the patent office right now. Okay. Let me see. Megan says, looks good. Malibu pineapple is my favorite. That would be good in there. So we're hearing a little Malibu pineapple, huh?
I'm not mad at Malibu pineapple. I just personally with this one, pineapple is a little bit sweet, and then we already have the citrus with the orange juice. But Malibu pineapple is a great option. Pineapple anything is a great option, whether it's vodka or anything. But I don't disagree. It's just not. It's already sweet.
Got it. Okay. Kanisha says it looks amazing, and it does. That drink looked amazing. Tony says, I need a chocolate or mocha flavored mixed drink recipe. Do you have any on your site?
A chocolate or mocha flavor. I actually am working on something like that. Check this out. Like, guys, crazy that you say that.
Oh, look at that liquor cabinet. That's a walk-in.
I've been kind of playing around with these different types of syrups here. This one's a skinny syrup like hazelnut, but I have not come to a conclusion as of yet. But give me about a few weeks, and I'm gonna work on that one for you guys.
All right. You are going to be our mixologist mentor here. We're going to be coming back to you for drink recipes on our site, and because again, travel nurses definitely deserve a drink. Okay, now here's a good one. What's the hardest drink to make in your opinion? So in your business, what's a challenge to make?
A challenge to make. One of the biggest challenges for me personally is frozen drinks. And the only reason I say that is because it's hard to gauge, if you put too much in it. Like this drink I've been doing for a while, but it took me a while to get it because you never know how much frozen fruit to put in or ice or anything like that because you don't want to dilute it too much. That's one of the hardest things to do. Okay. Everything else you can kind of cut, like even if you're making like a cocktail, more advanced cocktail like Long Island iced tea, which has pretty much everything in it, you can still kind of cut it if it's a little too strong or if it's a little too weak, you can, toss another shot in. But frozen drinks, it's hard to fix those and it comes out too watery or anything like that. So I think
Yeah, I would imagine too on a hot day, you know, when you're doing a frozen drink or something like that, as refreshing as they are, it's going to be hard to. I mean, they're going to be melting right away, right? I mean, and then it's going to water it down. So
Absolutely. And another thing that I do is I actually take this machine with me. It's a frozen drink machine. And what I do is I make margaritas in them. And I just keep them in there. So it's actually always, it's always frozen or cold. But even with that, man, that first, you have to get there early because if it's hot outside, like you said, that first 20, 30 minutes, especially if you're outside, unfortunately, and you don't have a cup, it takes forever for it to start freezing. And everybody's like in line, like, is the frozen thing ready yet?
Is it ready yet? I'm getting thirsty. Is it ready yet? All right. Rachel, our own Rachel, says she loves coffee flavored drinks. So that's one of her favorites.
Coffee flavored drinks. I'm not mad at that at all. White Russians, if you get a good Kahlua and a White Russian, that's actually really, really good.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't had one of those in a while, but they are good. All right. Nicholas says he likes it. He likes it when bartenders go heavy on the rum. He likes that.
I'm not at all. As you see, I had 2 different rums in this drink alone, so I'm not mad at that at all.
All right. We've got, now here's one. Let me see here. We're getting some comments in fast and furious. How about it's your girl Reg says POG, passion orange guava juice is the best. I don't know, I have not heard of that. Have you?
Passion orange guava juice. Normally just the passion fruit juice. Now I know that's good. I've never had the POG before. Nope, never had that one before.
Okay, all right. POG, passion orange and guava juice. Okay,
I might have to check that out. That's it.
All right. Okay, now we have, so here's a question. What is your nastiest drink? So I'm assuming nastiest being like, hey, watch it, go slow on that one, or it's gonna, it's really gonna hit you.
You know what's so crazy? A lot of people like the Red Bull drink, and to me that is so gross. I'm not a Red Bull fan.
Me neither.
But man, a lot of people like, the Red Bull mix, like vodka and Red Bull or something like that. And I'm like, guys, I mean, I'll make it, but it's absolutely gross to me.
Daniel, I'm right there with you. Not for me at all. I do know people that like that, but that is not my idea of a tasty drink. That's for sure. So good stuff. Good questions. Good comments. Yeah, we have other people saying looks amazing. And just some great compliments here. So yeah, if you can hang out with us for a little while longer, let's try another drink. What's another drink that we would recommend for hardworking travel nurses that need to kick back at the end of the day?
Well, since it's Halloween,
all right,
smoke coming off of this. This is actually just for you guys.
I like it.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a sparkling tequila sunrise. So we're still gonna stick with the orange juice. Like I said, this is a great cutter. It's a great thing to actually have in your cabinet. And so what we're gonna do is add a syrup at the bottom.
Okay. And what kind of syrup is it?
It's just grenadine.
Okay.
Just grenadine. Get this in Walmart, even on a Sunday. And as you guys can see, we got the glass smoking now.
Really cool. Perfect for Halloween.
Ice for this one because it's Halloween, so we're using dry ice for this drink. Now, again, something you got to be careful with dry ice is you definitely want to be a little bit more experienced with it. It's kind of dangerous. You can definitely get a burn. Y'all are nurses. Y'all know how that can work. So yeah, definitely be careful with the dry ice, even touching the glass if you need to. If you want to try this out or, show your friends, it's actually a cool drink to make, but also be very careful. Use gloves if need be. I'm just a little bit of a professional, almost. We're going to add the orange juice in.
Sounds like a horror movie. I love it. Oh, that is so cool.
And then we're going to add our tequila in.
There's the Jose Cuervo, huh?
Yep.
All right.
And lastly, just to kind of cut the now you can use Sprite for this if you prefer a Sprite, but I like tonic water because again the Sunny D is already a little bit sweeter. But if you use orange juice, since it's a little bit more bitter than Sunny D, feel free to use Sprite.
So grenadine, Sunny D, Jose Cuervo, and a little soda water.
Or Sprite.
Or Sprite. All right.
And again, so we don't use the same straw, I have plenty of these.
Okay.
And because we're using dry ice, this actually gets cold really fast. And there you have it, folks.
That is fantastic. What is the name of it again, Daniel?
This is a sparkling tequila sunrise.
Sparkling tequila sunrise. That is fabulous. I can see the wheels spinning down people's heads. I want to do that for Halloween. That's for sure. Do you do any Halloween parties? Have you done Halloween parties in the past?
You know what? My sister actually hired me for her Halloween party last year, and we actually used a frozen drink machine, and it was fabulous, man. We had a lot of fun. It was a costume party.
Yeah.
And with the drink machine, it kind of works itself, but we had the dry ice going on. We had the orange and the black colors. We had one that was a brown side and the other one that was clear, and it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because particularly over the past 10, 15 years, Halloween has become such a good time for adults. I think everybody now is experiencing the aspect that used to be just kind of little kids going out trick-or-treating. Now adults are going out too, and they're having a good time. So
I think with the boom of the superhero movies and everything like that, I think that pours over into there where you can cosplay and do all that, and then of course it's a lot more acceptable to go ahead and do cosplay now, and Halloween is just like the perfect day to do it all.
Yeah. Now, what about bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, those sorts of things? Obviously, those have grown in popularity. Are you working any of those? And if so, what are some popular drinks for those?
You know what? I have not worked the bachelorette parties. I have worked bachelor parties, and honestly, when it's guys, it's really easier. It's really easier because the drinks don't have to be as pretty, what I mean?
You're gonna get us in trouble, Daniel.
But it is true. It's a little bit easier. But my creative juices definitely get to going with the ladies because it does have to taste well as look well. So they spark my creative juices. But with the guys, it's just like, okay, I got this in the bag. Like it's no issues at all. So
now let me ask you, how about the some of the classics? I think those seem to have been coming back over the last few years. Martinis and old fashions and those sorts of things. You get a lot of call for those?
You know what? I don't.
Okay.
I've had a group of older guys that do ask for old fashions every once in a while.
Okay.
But honestly, it's normally margaritas. Flavors of margaritas, like I said, the frozen drinks, and like I said, I honestly, the Long Island iced teas normally come as a recommendation for me. A lot of people don't ask for those as much as I thought, because when I go to a restaurant, that's what I'm asking for. But the more I get into it, the more I realize that again, it's about the look aesthetic of the drink a lot of the times. So yeah, those old fashioned drinks, I do see them a lot more on the internet. People making their own rendition of them. I will say that, but as far as being requested, not so much.
Are there any for kind of going back to the home bartending and home drinks? Somebody's having a few people over. They want to serve cocktails versus beer and wine. Are there any websites or books that you would recommend that they might want to grab in terms of quick and easy recipes for simple drinks, or anything you would recommend?
Oh yeah, there is a bartending book it's 350 cocktails. I've seen it on Amazon. I got it right. I've seen it on Amazon, like in Barnes and Nobles, as a matter of fact. and it kind of expanded my ideas. And what you can do on those types of books, what I would recommend before I recommend any other sites, is actually go from the book, but just like a cookbook, add your own spin on everything. Do what's good for you and what you think. Get your creative juices going and make it your own. But not only that, I definitely started out watching Tipsy Bartender. He actually piqued my interest. So of course, subscribe to me, drink more coffee. But Tipsy Bartender, he's a good guy to follow. He definitely supports other bartenders in the field. V-Lad is a good guy to watch as well. He does flaring as far as and mixing as well. And Tom Dryer. Now, Tom Dryer, he normally does more flaring than anything, but he definitely has a lot of good drinks on there as well.
All right. Well, what we're going to do, Daniel, is we are going to reach back out to you and get some of these recommendations down, and we'll put them on our website. So, because there's lots of good recommendations, so I know a lot of people will be interested. So, we're going to reach back out to you and grab some of this information. So, we'll make sure to put it on our website. We've got some other comments and questions coming in too. Daniel, you've got a lot of people interested in some of these drinks here. Rachel asks, "What's the strongest drink you've ever created? What's the strongest drink that you'll put together?"
The strongest drink I ever made is actually on my YouTube channel right now. It's called the Atomic Breath.
Atomic what?
It's called the Atomic Breath, and
Right.
I created this drink based off the Godzilla King Kong movie that just came out, and I created the drink. And basically, it's Everclear. And I don't know if you've ever had any Everclear or been by it, but it's one of the highest proof there is. And what you do is you make it in a basically an open glass, and you actually set the Everclear on fire as you're pouring it into the drink, so the drink just catches fire, and then you blow it out and drink it. But that's the strongest.
Wow. Anything with the word atomic in it, I don't know if I'd want to go near it, man. That sounds like certainly the next day you might have to take a couple of Tylenol too, huh?
Trick is to take the Tylenol beforehand. Drink plenty of water, of course. Make sure you're hydrated. Drink plenty of water. That definitely stays it off. But just take one beforehand. All
right. Good advice from Daniel, right? If you're going to drink, you also be prepared for that. Know how to prepare for the hangover too. All right.
Guys, your body ain't like it used to be. It don't bounce.
Well, yeah, I know my body ain't like it used to be. That's for sure. I'm good. That is for sure. Once you've gotten over 30, put it that way. All right. Let me see here. Have you ever considered virtual bartending events or classes? So we have people that are enjoying this session. They're wondering if you've ever done virtual bartending events or classes.
I have actually considered it. Like I said, I really was trying to get my the YouTube channel off the ground. Which I just started a little bit at the end of last year. I had to take a little bit of a hiatus because I moved and everything. So what y'all see right now is just kind of the precursor to what it's going to be once I start my channel back up. But I have considered actual virtual bartending classes and things of that nature, just kind of getting the information on how to go about it. Like I said, right now we're just kind of getting settled in the new place and whatnot. So I kind of had to take a little time off. But yeah, definitely, I have considered it.
All right. Well, we've got other comments here. I will be making that drink tonight. I don't know which drink it was, but I think they like all of them so far. So very good. All right. Do you like to create drinks based off of the movies you go to with your movie reviews?
I do.
Okay.
That's what we were just talking about, the Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yep.
The actual first one I did based on a movie is called Rosewater. And I don't know if y'all saw this movie on Netflix. It's called The Old Guard, and I did a movie review on it on my YouTube channel. And that was the first one I did based off of the movie I was reviewing. But yeah, I absolutely love to try to come up with a drink. Normally, if I can, I'll basically try to come up with the drink before the movie comes out. That way, once I review it, I've already made it once or twice, and I can kind of go from there. But yeah, I definitely like to, if any way possible, incorporate a drink that mixes with the movie.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we've got time for another drink. Daniel, what else would you recommend?
Well, let's actually do this one. This is actually a little bit of a fun one. We get to use some bar tools here. We're gonna get a regular glass. This is one of the spinning glasses. We're not gonna do that just yet, but let's go ahead and get us some strawberries. Get you some fresh strawberries. I got these actually out of Kroger, which is one of my favorite places. They're not sponsored, but that's one of my favorite places to shop for fruit.
All right. And what is the name of this drink?
This drink actually does not have a name. I'm gonna be honest with you. It does not have a name, but I did prepare it for you guys just in case.
Hey, Daniel, I mean, I don't know if Rachel's gonna like this, but how about if we call it the Boozy Doozy? I don't know. You know, maybe. Rachel may sue me for copyright infringement, but we could call it the Boozy Doozy. You know, you heard it here first.
We heard it here first. So what we're gonna get is our muddler right here, so we can get all the strawberry juice right at the bottom here. Okay.
Now you mentioned you weren't going to do any glass flipping or anything like that. Do you, when you are bartending, are you pretty good with kind of flipping the bottles around and flipping the glasses and kind of,
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. I always wish I could do that.
That's why I like to actually go ahead and keep these bottles around. I have a few sets of these, and I basically label them so I can put the liquor that I'm using in them. And just in case, if you drop the cool thing about flaring is if you drop it, just keep smiling, keep going. It happens. You're not going to always catch it. Even the best. I actually learned that Tom Dreyer actually messaged me back. I never thought he would, but he messaged me back. He's like, one thing that I did learn from here, there's no shame in dropping the bottle. Just keep smiling, keep going. And, your people that are there, they'll forgive you. So
now, you're a movie guy, and this is an 80s movie, so I'm going to show my age here. But have you ever seen the movie Cocktail?
I have.
Okay, because Tom Cruise and I forget the other guy's name, but they're flipping bottles left and right.
So we're going to get a little crushed ice here, just to kind of make a level. And then make sure that the red stays at the bottom here.
And that is?
Peach snaps.
Oh, all right.
Peach snaps. And lastly, we're going to actually go with a white rum this time around.
Little Captain Morgan white rum. All right. Peach schnapps and a little Captain Morgan white rum.
And normally you can use Sprite, but again, we're going to go ahead and top it off with the tonic water here.
Yeah, I would think Sprite, and I am no bartender, but I would think Sprite would make it a little too sweet, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, just a little bit, but like I said, I love the tonic water taste because it gives you the sparkling without the sweetness. So that's just me personally, but a lot of people like the sweetness, and normally I would add Sprite for most people, but right here, and then there you go.
That looks beautiful.
This will get you there.
Fantastic. All right, we got a couple more comments or a question. What's a good drink to make with Crown Apple?
Crown Apple. So, a good drink to make with Crown Apple is the green caramel apple. As a matter of fact, I don't believe I've done it on my channel as of yet. But what you do is you line your glass, get you a glass, something like a hurricane glass, or just even a wine glass, you line it with caramel.
Mm-hmm.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna get you maybe like a green Jolly Rancher mix, right? Mix it in with Sprite, and then what you'll do is you'll put your Crown Apple in, and it gives you that brown taste. It actually has the caramel around it. It's really good.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go back to that Halloween drink. It's Her World Now says, I want to make a drink with dry ice for Halloween, kind of like what you just did. Any safety precautions I need to take? So you were saying earlier, you got to be careful.
You definitely have to be careful. Two things. I would recommend using a thicker glass or thicker jug to make it in if you want it to kind of bubble for the night, because that dry ice will crack a cheaper glass. Just being honest, it will crack your cheaper glasses. Another thing, when you're actually handling the dry ice, I recommend anybody to actually use gloves. I was anywhere from actually, actually the grip gloves you can get out the gas station or, out of AutoZone or something like that. Use gloves like that because, like I said, you touch that ice or it gets in contact with you, even touching the glass that has it in there, it'll leave you with some burns. I've experienced it on like the tips of my fingers. So, now I know how to be careful with it, but I would recommend for anybody who's going to be handling it to go ahead and use gloves while, handling the dry ice. But yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing to be hungover. It's another thing to get hurt when you're making the drink, right?
Exactly.
You don't want that to happen. So Daniel, what do you when you've done an event or whatever, and you're ready to go home and kick back? What do you make for yourself? What are some drinks you'd like to make for you?
Me personally, I definitely love the Tequila Sunrise without the grenadine. That's just or a screwdriver, one or the other. I actually make me and my mom and my aunts. I make them mimosas in the mornings. We're on like trips or we're just relaxing. I will make mimosas for us. That's actually, like I said, that's a good relaxing drink. And at night, for me personally, a good whiskey on ice, maybe just a little bit of Coke, but just a little bit, and that will definitely help me just to relax. I don't have to worry about anything in the morning, and I'm good to go with it.
Give me some brands what you consider to be good whiskey. What would you recommend?
Ooh. What's a good whiskey? Now, if you hadn't asked me, I would have had a whole list for you. But geez, that's a good question.
No particular brand per se.
One comes to mind for whiskeys, because I'm not a whiskey connoisseur. I just know what I like, but I'm not really just a connoisseur like that. Like I am with rum. Like I said, rum, plenty of different rums, and like I said, Captain Morgan is decent. Malibu is my favorite. You can get the like I said, the twisted either rum or vodka, and those are really good. So I would say traveling fine was good for you, but like I said, if I'm just relaxing, just a good whiskey.
Now, what about seasonal drinks? I mean, you mentioned the Halloween drink. We've got the holidays coming up and so forth. Do you, when you're doing events or what have you, or even just entertaining on your own, do you like to make seasonal sorts of drinks? So, summery drinks during the hot weather, or kind of fall-like drinks. What do you like to do?
Absolutely. So of course, the summertime is margarita time. Of course, margaritas take over the whole thing when it comes to the summertime. Christmas, you get to kind of like the Christmas and Thanksgiving. You really experiment with different types of taste. Normally, you would go to I believe somebody asked earlier for like maybe maybe a chocolate coffee or anything like that. But if you like maybe a good hot cocoa with a little bit of liquor in it, it's really good. I would say something with peppermint. I've actually made a drink with peppermint and had the peppermint sticking out of it, so it kind of enhances the peppermint. That's really good during the Christmas season. During the winter, yeah, those are the types of things. And then of course, 420, it has its own green marijuana where you can make that. Yeah, liquid marijuana is actually really good. It's a really good drink that you can make, but I don't know if everybody's heard of that, but it's really good to actually have during the springtime. So I would try them all out.
Now, how about regional drinks? I know you're located in Arkansas. Is there anything particular? So I'm in New England. We've got people that are watching from all over. Is there anything particular to Arkansas, in terms of a mixed drink that, might be unique and that, you serve to people from out of town or what have you?
Not super particularly.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because now, like you said before, it's kind of been a little bit of a boom in, like, if you kind of scour the internet and stuff like that, so plenty of people doing bartending and stuff like that. So they're not limited to where you are at this point. I would say maybe 30 years ago or 20.
Okay.
That probably would have been the thing, but with how the internet connects us, I don't see it. I don't really see like one region having a particular drink opposed to another. Now you can go to a restaurant and you'll see something that says the Razorback such and such or something like that. But it's its own rendition of another drink though. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think with the availability of information, it's not probably as regional as it used to be. I mean, obviously you have New Orleans, the hurricanes. You've got Massachusetts. We've got Cape Codders here, which is essentially vodka and cranberry juice. So I think basically where you are, you can pretty much make anything if you have the information.
Yeah, because even with the hurricane, now I will say with that one, you can say, hey, the hurricane tastes better in Louisiana.
Yeah,
because that's the first place you had a hurricane or a grenade or a hand grenade. So I think Memphis has the Walk Me Down, which is pretty decent, but it's basically like a Sprite mixed with syrup and vodka. But I mean, like I said, it's their own rendition of a different drink most of the time.
Yeah. Any we only have a few minutes left here, Daniel, and this has been great. Any advice for, again, people that are inspired by watching this, want to try different things, want to do some stuff at home? Any advice? I mean, sometimes you might have people a little bit, nervous if they're entertaining and they don't want to mess up. What advice would you give them?
I would say, with any drink, definitely make it your own. Don't always stick to the recipes, because when you make it your own, that's when you start kind of making yourself stand out from everybody else. So if you're making it Long Island iced tea and someone asks you for that, make that your own. That way they'll be like, well, shoot, hey, Steve's Long Island iced tea is better than the one over there. So it's kind of like, I would say anything, just like with cooking or anything like that, you always have to add your own little razzle dazzle into it. And if you mess up or somebody doesn't like your drink, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. It's like any other business. It's not for everybody, right? So don't ever take it personal. Say, okay, you know what? No problem. Let me try. Let's try this one. And just keep it moving. Even if you're flaring or anything like that, like I said, if you drop the bottle or you drop the cup, you mess up, keep smiling, keep going. Everybody messes up. Shoot, the greatest player in the world, Michael Jordan, has missed game-winning shots. So it's okay for you to drop a bottle.
That's right. And just because in a movie Cocktail they never drop bottles, what you don't know is when behind the scenes they dropped a million of them, right?
Exactly. A million of them. Exactly. So,
that's great. Great. Well, great information, Daniel. Hang on for a second. We're going to bring Rachel back in. Rachel, that was a boozy doozy.
It was a boozy doozy. And I want to definitely try a bunch of those. I've been stuck on creating pudding shots because all you got to do is throw pudding, liquor, and some whipped cream in there, and it's done.
A pudding shot. I've not heard of that. I don't know.
I'll ship you some.
Yellow shots, and then there are the drop chocolate ball shots where you actually mix the liquor in the chocolate balls you make, and you drop it off in hot cocoa, and it's actually like you make those for the winter as well. So that'll be coming soon for the winter months on my channel. So y'all watch out for that one.
All right. Well, Daniel, hang on for a second. We're gonna wrap up here. So if folks want to learn more about you, follow you, find some of your drink recipes, please tell them again where they go to.
Yes, please subscribe to my channel at Drink More Coffee on YouTube. Also follow me on Facebook at Drink More Coffee. And lastly, at A5 Cup of Coffee on Instagram. Check me out. I'm always dropping, like I said, movie news and new drinks all the time. So check me out on all those platforms.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to make some movie drinks for me because I really like all the Marvel movies. So I'll hit you up every time a new one comes out, and I'm like, I need a drink.
I will be. I'm actually working on one for Spider-Man. I know the Eternals is coming up, but Spider-Man is going to be my next movie review. I should have everything set up, so that'll be my next drink for a Marvel movie. So watch out for that.
I will.
Well, Daniel, I hope I get to meet you in person sometime. I'd love to try one of your cocktails because they look delicious. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was a great way to end up the week. This was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I'm thirsty. I'll tell you that right now. I'm thirsty here, but it was really a wonderful way to wrap up the week. And as we close out, although this is water, I'm going to raise a glass to you and raise a glass to travel nurses all over. If anybody deserves a drink, it's them. So thank you for helping us to recognize travel nurses and bring the week home. It's been a fantastic virtual conference. And Daniel, we really appreciate your time, your expertise, in showing us how to make some of these fantastic drinks. So I hope you can come back and join us again at some point. And we're definitely going to be in touch with you, and we're going to put some of those additional recipes on our site. So thank you very much for your time.
No problem. I appreciate the opportunity. I will be in touch, guys. I don't mind doing this again. This was definitely fun.
Would love to have you back. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel.
Well, that was fun. I
That
know
was
what
great.
I know what's going on my shopping list tomorrow.
Well, I think the boozy doozy is a winner, and I think you ran to the trademark office when you were offline there and get that going, because that is a winner, Rachel. That is a winner. So, but what a great week. That was a great way to wrap it up, and I just hope that people enjoyed that. If you're joining us late, you can view this on our website, thegypsynurse.com. You can watch Daniel's bartending expertise, and you can also catch all the other sessions that we did earlier this week. So, on behalf of the Gypsy Nurse, I'd like to thank everybody that has joined us this week. And I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Fusion Marketplace. They've been fantastic in helping us put this event on. So, Rachel, why don't you wrap it up and take it home here?
Yeah, one last word from our sponsors. Fusion Marketplace is a one-stop shop for healthcare travelers where they can easily compare benefits, pay packages, and reviews across multiple agencies. As a traveler-first driven platform, Fusion Marketplace is a curated career experience where healthcare travelers can take control of their career. So thank you so much for Fusion Marketplace. And again, I can't thank the nurses enough. This past year and a half has just been crazy. I also want to do a little shout out, a local shout out to the travel nurses at the Elkhart General in Elkhart, Indiana. My mom was in the hospital a couple weeks ago, and you guys took wonderful, wonderful care of her. And I just she told me all but two were travel nurses, so it just made my heart so happy that I knew you guys were all taking such good care of her. So thank you all. You guys are all wonderful and really, putting on a brave face, just trucking right through. So go get a boozy doozy drink wherever you are. I don't care where you are. Go get your boozy doozy drink, and just cheers to all the nurses out there, because you all deserve it. Can't thank you.
Absolutely. Rachel, great job this week. And again, thank you everybody for joining us. And we look forward to doing another virtual conference again soon.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for being my co-host as always. And we will see you all soon again.
Time for a drink.